Everything that KT wants to do with this Wukong, Ahri, Gwen can be really messed up by just putting rocks on the ground and also by a really nice slicing Maelstrom from Zeus. It is a pretty unique response, and I like it. So far, it's working a treat for Zeus. He has the champion mastery for it, so it does make a lot of sense. We're seeing Zeus really be kind of a master chef in terms of some of these top lane picks that he's pulled out earlier. Like, he wasn't the guy pulling out the Yorick first, but
perfect on a little bit of a back timer himself, goes back and gets the blasting one. That is going to be Cuz on the grubs here, so that will give Perfect, theoretically, some power later on in the game. That's if he gets over this hump that we're seeing at this particular stage. Zeka moving in does get the information that these grubs are being taken, but I don't think that it's going to be something they can fight for, as Peanut is just heading over towards the Raptors right now. KT with control of the top side of the map is going to allow them to at least lock down their first objective of the game, equalizing things with HLE after that dragon was taken earlier on, and he absolutely did. Zeus continuing the zone though, as we can see. Clips goes up here for Peter. Thinking about a re-engage. Does have Solar Flare available, as Zeka from over the wall will deter him from that. There's the Magnastorm crash down though. The Seismic Shove onto two. True Shot Barrage over everyone as well. And Cuz goes down in the blink of an eye. And HLE, they lock down First Blood and they get another one for their trouble. Pick up any aggro here either, as there is a minion wave. And Doctarm's moving in. Perfect is dead, ladies and gentlemen. The exhaust does so much work though. Doctarm will be able to finish that one off, but a 1-for-1, that is not what KT were looking for, as Feats of Warfare come in as well at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like a bizarre decision-making call there from Zeus to go in with the exhaust there, but he dies no matter what, so just wants to commit in with the flash there. Some up and down performances on the Leona throughout his career, so I think the individual performances here, I'll hold that thought, perfect.
Yep. Grand Starfall comes in, Perfect is not going to be getting out of this one. Stun lasted for what felt like forever. And down he will go. That is Peanut locking that one up. Cuz going to move in.
This is a nice buffer again here from Viper. He has a matchup advantage and he just doesn't care. Still has ult, by the way.
Yep. And there is the slicing Maelstrom. Doesn't exactly do too much here as Cuz moves in, but will get stunned at exactly the right time. Zeus avoids the slowdown, but still he is going to be dead. An assist going over to this Gwen is good as well. But BDD dies on the bottom side of the map as Zeka throws some rocks into him, and Delight feels like he's exactly where he needs to be all game long.
I think BDD might have been able to flash that engage, but we'll have to look back in the replay and see. He does have his flash available. Decided to try to use his ult instead. Is punished here. So what looked like it was a great start for KT does kind of backfire. They are able to get the first turret, which is pretty huge.
Kind of a big deal. Denies Feats of Strength going down immediately as well.
Yeah, pretty significant. We'll see who gets that next objective. The Herald has spawned, so
on this Rift Herald first. We'll keep things up in the air unless Peanut can get a nice smite. Zeus is moving in, slicing Maelstrom available as Cuz goes in before Zeus can get into the right position. Still, he goes down extraordinarily fast as well. Doctarm wanting to set up the curtains, and he's not going to be able to do so, as HLE should be able to take down Shelly here. And there is not going to be a response now that the jungler is down for KT. It is bad to worse here for the roller coaster.
Doctarm, man, remember there's a Pantheon on the other team who's being very aggressive with his positioning. Is looking for a pick on Delight.
Yeah, Charm goes in. Peanut's here though, and Zeus is also moving over. Solar Flare going to get a stun, but Delight just, it seems like he presses any of his buttons and someone dies in this game. And BDD takes a shuriken to the face and does not want that, as this cannon is so incredibly strong. He's still around here wanting to stop Peanut from having a good time, but Peanut is not going to worry about it at all.
Yeah, empowered recall for Zeus means he was never in any danger. Zeka's going to get this turret, and look where Zeus goes, just straight to the bottom lane, which I don't know if we'll watch because we have the Drake being taken alive, but we are going to watch it. It's just, you gave Delight an engage, basically, and he's like, well, thank you very much. And Zeus can still follow up. He's very fast on this cannon, and he picks up another kill, so KT just biting off way more than they could chew in that situation.
Well, Viper was driving Shelly there for a moment.
Of course, that was set up by laning. And Viper's looking to steal.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall comes on in here as KT are in so much trouble. Doctarm able to flash himself away though, and there are some knockups. Zeka going down low. Peanut as well will be taken out. And this is not the engage they were looking for. You're going to need maybe another exhaust here for this cannon, but no, never mind. It's a double kill, and this is the HLE we've been waiting for all game.
There it is. There's the overextension. There's the happy gaming. He doesn't even necessarily need it. BDD does not, so he can't even be here.
Well, Doctarm is going to be able to throw in some grenades here. Delight taking a little bit of damage is Perfect. Moving on over. True Shot Barrage not going to hit the mark. As Cuz, if they want to get something done, he's going to have to get in there pretty dang soon. I think he's going to be able to get there, and it's the steal away. Peanut also going to get blown up by that bullet. And HLE lose their jungler and the fight for the Otacon.
Yeah,
and
100%.
KT are given the ability to decide when they want to engage. The light was low. KT did their homework. It worked out, and HLE didn't have to really do that. As now, Infernal Soul on the table. Peter taking a lot of damage and will just blow up. The exhaust comes out from beyond the grave, but now 4 versus 5. This is not how KT want to be doing this, and so they're going to have to give up the Infernal Soul. We're pretty sure. As now, Peanut with a little bit of a shield wall, and I don't know whether Cuz is going to be able to get in here and take this one out, as Deadly Flourish almost gets it done, and now Charm is going to connect. Over the wall goes BDD, managing to find one. The resets are starting to come in, but Zeus gets over the wall. BDD in so much trouble, and he will be able to get the Fox Lady. They are representing a lot of damage. Cuz gets over, finds a Cyclone onto Viper here as Peanut comes in, but Peter doesn't get the Solar Flare, looks for the Shield of Daybreak. He flashes in between 2 walls and is feeling very uncomfortable. We'll get a bit of a shield here though, as Delight still looking for a little bit of an angle. The Magna Storm is decent. There goes Peter finally, but they trade it for Delight immediately. And now Peanut gets in there, blows up the monkey very, very quickly, but he might actually be sacrificed for it. No, BDD not able to quite get there. Doctarm and BDD trying to stop Zeka from just murdering them. Look at this. The amount of damage this Talia does is kind of absurd. As Doctarm walks forward, gets that last bullet, and then says, no, I don't think I have very much more left in the chamber.
Is just like, I can clean up if we need to, if fight actually breaks up. But now side lane control goes to Hanwha Life Esports as KT couldn't lock down Vision, and that's a free turret. They used the Elder to grab a turret.
Yep.
Potential trade opportunity.
Oh, Doctarm could be in trouble here, but does have the Ghost Blade, gets himself out. Still 50% gone on that health bar as Cuz looking to try and get out of the way. Viper just playing gatekeeper right now as Peter. I don't think he's allowed to be there, as the curtain call is just not in position to save his Leona at all, and she will just go down. Unfortunate there as Peter just caught a little bit too far up.
Yeah, I'd love to see a vision toggle, because it almost feels like that would have been a misclick from Doctarm. Maybe they had no vision of anyone else, and we're like,
yeah, I think they needed to check the Elder, is what it looked like there, as Doctarm flashing preemptively as Zeus finds the flank angle. The Elder down to 50% health. And
I think it's just gonna go. I think it's just gone unless Cuz gets a Miracle Steal. He has Flash.
I mean, he's Wukong. He's pretty tricksy, as they'll need to get some vision in there if they ever want to find anything. In the end, what they do is just nothing. And now the Weaver's Wall going to break this one up. Viper gets over the wall, but look at this. The Dragon is angry, and it eats 2 immediately. BDD now going to be the next target here as Cuz is flying the wrong direction. And now Viper, realizing that he can just Arcane Shift forward, will just take down the Ahri. Peter is going to respawn and wonder what the heck he's respawning into, because the Angry Dragon comes down from the sky once again. And KT, unfortunately, will not be able to fight back at all. They just lose, and that will be their Nexus going down. HLE, yeah, they gave them a couple of opportunities, as they like to do, but this is, in the end, pretty elementary.
Yeah, they certainly want to get, okay.
They're just doing the going in thing as the Dragon comes down. That is going to be the ace.
All right, well, they wanted to wait for minions is why they were standing there, is what I was going to say, but they also want to wait for champions to come out of the fountain to kill them, and then kill the Nexus, which they promptly do.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.